What's going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and welcome to the Last Chance Qualifier for World Finals 3 of Season 3 of the Monster Jam Steel Titans 2 series. It was a crazy season in the Arena series, and these three trucks unfortunately were unable to make it to the top 3. Those spots belonged to Gravedigger and April Summers in third place with 97 points. The undefeated racing champion, Captain's Curse and Crazy Monster Jam fan in second place with 103 points, and your Arena Series Season 3 champion, El Toro Loco and Driftpoint 912. These three made it to the World Finals with no issues. They were able to get an automatic bye into the main series lineup. These three trucks right here, though, Doomsday, Ice Cream Man, and Monster Mud Husky, will be facing off in a Last Chance Qualifier double elimination race. But before we do that, we're going to have to go ahead and do some qualifying. So let's go ahead and get started with qualifying for the Last Chance Qualifier here in World Finals 3. We are in Oakland, which this track, back in Season 1, it affected a lot of drivers. It was a tough track. The berms that you see right here, right in front of Monster Mud Husky, they were tough, very tough to beat. And it's made a lot of drivers slip up. And now, I mean, with the whole penalty thing in place, if you aren't between those lines, you will get a 3-second penalty, and it'll kill your time tremendously. So here comes Monster Mud Husky, and Nitro Studios unfortunately ended the season in 6th place, but is looking for a comeback and a chance to go to the main field lineup for World Finals. And some trouble here in the final turn. Like I said, those berms already coming into play. So right there, finishing off his first run with a 26.17. Makes you wonder what time he would have gotten had he not messed up there with the berm. But let's go ahead and have a quick message from Daniel.
Hello, all Project Rod fans. Make sure to join the Discord in the description below.
And thank you again, Daniel the Fireball Murray. And I had to cut that short. I forget how fast his message comes across. But thank you again, Daniel. Be sure to check out the Discord. Here comes Monster Mud Husky and Nitro Studios in his second attempt here. And really, I mean, it's a double elimination racing bracket. So, I mean, yeah, getting a good qualifying time will help you. It'll give you lane choice, and you'll get somewhat of a bye. But regardless, if you lose twice, you're out. Husky right there, though, making a little bit of a mistake. 24.09 is his time, so way better than the first one. Nice save there by Husky. A great way to save the truck. It only caused some cosmetic damage, but here's the replay. Almost went out of bounds, had to slam the brakes, stayed within the lines just barely, and then had that awkward bounce there in an angle, which sent him kind of twirling around a bit. So very fortunate that he was able to land it. It doesn't look like any serious damage. So he is your current leader with that 24.09. That's the time to beat at the moment. Here comes Ice Cream Man and Nick Morkes now, looking for a better outcome here in the Last Chance Qualifier, hoping to make it to the main field for World Finals 3. As I mentioned, Gravedigger, Captain's Curse, and El Toro Loco getting those automatic buys into World Finals. This is the chance for one of these guys to be the 15th truck in the main field lineup. 15th and final, might I add. But Nick Morkes and Ice Cream Man looking to hopefully get a better time here. These berms are being a huge factor in this. Awkward, not an awkward turn, but kind of an aggressive turn there. I'm sure that's going to affect him pretty good. 25.79 is his first time, so not enough to take the lead away from Nitro Studios. And again, I'm telling you, these berms are dangerous. They are going to mess you up very easily. If you look back at Season 1, if you've been here since Season 1, back when we were in Oakland, it was a battle between Blue Thunder and Empty World Media and April Summers and Monster Mud Dalmatian. They were racing the final championship race again. That was like multiple times that they've raced each other at that point. And the championship race, Monster Mud Dalmatian lost it when she came off the berm a little too awkwardly, which sent her flying into the wall. Blue Thunder ended up winning that. And here comes Nick Morkes at a 23.25, so way faster than Nitro Studios and Monster Mud Husky. So Nick Morkes and Ice Cream Man is your new leader. Now it's time for MMJ Producer, who finished 4th in the overall leaderboards of the Arena Series. He will be the last one out for qualifying, so hoping to get a better time than Ice Cream Man. That 23.25 is going to be tough to beat. But again, I mean, this is a tricky track, and oh, that looks like it could be some trouble. Possibly a penalty. Most likely. We're going to have to wait and see what the officials say. I'm sure they're going to have to take a look at a few replays, but hopefully it doesn't affect them too bad. Kind of an awkward hop off the berm, but it benefited him because it sent him in the direction of the turn. and he's going to finish right there at a 26.05. For Doomsday, they will be giving him a penalty. Taking a look at a replay here, he clearly went over the white line. And we're going to look at it one more time in slow motion, almost touching the blue, but that's it. Once you cross the white line, that is a penalty. Had he not, it would have been a 23.05, and he would have been the fastest qualifier, and we would have just ended it right then and there. But he's going to have to go again, so this is an opportunity now to redeem himself and hopefully get a better time. I'm sure he's, I'm sure the nerves are getting to him right now. And, but like I said, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference because of the way the bracket is set up. But it helps. I'm sure it helps with lane choice and just getting you ahead. You don't have to worry about that first race. Another slight mistake there. Luckily, he was able to come back from it at a 24.39. For Doomsday and MMJ Producer, not going to be enough to take the lead. So, Ice Cream Man and Nick Morkes is your last chance qualifier. Fastest qualifier, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at the overall right here. As you can see, MMJ Producer in last in qualifying. Unfortunately, because of that penalty, he lost his first place spot. He would have had a 23.05, but instead got stuck with a 26.05. So, Nick Morkes will get it by. And this is the racing bracket. It's a little confusing, but you'll see as we progress, you'll see the changes and how it works. But Doomsday and Husky will be the first race. The winner will face Ice Cream Man. The loser will face the loser between the race of Ice Cream Man and whoever it is. So, again, a little complicated, but we'll get there. But as we wait for the trucks to get prepared, these are the stats for these trucks and drivers throughout the season. As you can see, MMJ Producer, an amazing top-tier freestyler with getting 3 freestyle wins of the season. And I think that's pretty much it. Let me see. Ice Cream Man had fastest qualifier at the first event and lost the racing final there to Captain's Curse. And then that's pretty much it. Ice Cream Man with the better racing record between everyone else. So, that might make a difference here. I don't know. He seems to be the favorite to win, given he has more wins throughout the season. So let's go ahead and get started with racing here in the Last Chance Qualifier. And again, the first race will be Doomsday and MMJ Producer versus Monster Mud Husky and Nitro Studios. Let's see who will be facing Ice Cream Man in the next round. And again, back to the stats. That's honestly one of my favorite things to look at when it comes to this time of the season. And you can't let the stats run who you are. You can't let them dictate and control who you are as a competitor and as a driver, because you'll be surprised at who ends up coming out on top in World Finals. Everything in the regular season doesn't matter. As I say that, Doomsday knocking out Monster Mud Husky, kind of taken away from the race. So I do apologize for that. Monster Mud Husky going up and over and back on all fours. Looks like just some more cosmetic damage. So this is the racing bracket after that. Doomsday will be racing Ice Cream Man, and the loser of this race will race Monster Mud Husky. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens and who will progress and who will go down to race the Husky. It's going to be Doomsday again, as I mentioned, MMJ Producer and Doomsday versus Nick Morkes and Ice Cream Man. And let's see who's going to come out on top. Like right now, these two, they want it. They've been to the final race before, and they haven't really gotten it. So a racing victory here is going to be very crucial, and I'm sure it'll boost confidence, especially going into World Finals if they're able to make it to the main field lineup. Right now, they're looking pretty even. It could be anybody's race. Ice Cream Man overturning it a bit, having to correct himself. Doomsday kind of coming off the line a bit. I'm not sure if that's going to be a penalty or not. We're going to have to take a look at a replay. And here's the replay. It looks like he was on the line. We're going to have to wait. That looks like he's on the line, so he should be good. Taking a look at it one more time. He's on the line, and he is good to go. So he is your winner. And we'll be moving on to face the winner of the losing race over here that we're going to see right now. So this is the racing bracket after that. Again, the confusion is a little, it's different. It's not what we're used to, but Ice Cream Man and Monster Mud Husky will now be racing, and the loser of this race will be completely eliminated from the Last Chance Qualifier. So it's do or die for both of these competitors. So right now, Nitro Studios and Monster Mud Husky versus Nick Morkes and Ice Cream Man. Let's see who's going to end up on top and who's going to race Doomsday for a second time. So far, pretty good turns. And we haven't seen too many mistakes off the berm. Ice Cream Man just overturned in the last race. I wouldn't even say it was a mistake from the berm. But right here, Ice Cream Man with the tighter turn. Husky has some ground to cover. Ice Cream Man making it to the turn first. And he's going to take the win. He is going to take the win. He was within the lines, and he will be moving on to race Doomsday. Monster Mud Husky and Nitro Studios, unfortunately, has been eliminated and will not continue in the competition. So now, is going to be Doomsday against Ice Cream Man. If Doomsday wins, he is the winner and will be moving on to the main field for World Finals 3. If Ice Cream Man wins, they're going to race one more time, and that's going to be the do or die race. So, MMJ Producer and Doomsday versus Ice Cream Man and Nick Morkis. Let's see what's going to happen. As they're both coming off the berms, pretty easy. Doomsday a little bit more aggressive, kind of a wider turn, but doesn't look like he's too far behind. Ice Cream Man with a tight turn. Doomsday also with a tight turn, but a little slower. Ice Cream Man progressing on the berms better. Doomsday coming off the berms a little too awkwardly. And Ice Cream Man and Nick Morkis will stay alive for one more race. And it's all going to come down to this. Doomsday with a little bit of a stoppy there. And here it is. This is the final race. Doomsday against Ice Cream Man. This is going to be the race to determine who will be moving on to the main field of World Finals 3. This is what it comes down to. This is what it's all about. Let me know down below who you think will be the winner. Is it going to be Nick Morkis and Ice Cream Man, or MMJ Producer and Doomsday? Here we go. Going to opposite lanes, it looks like, for this race. Maybe playing some mind games. I don't know. Doomsday has been in the other lane this whole time. And Ice Cream Man the same. Ice Cream Man coming off a little too hot off of the jump there. Kind of sent him in a bicycle, but they're both on even footing right now. He was able to make up the ground. Ice Cream Man hitting the wall. It's going to come down to this final turn. It's going to be a close race, and it's going to be a photo finish. I don't know who the winner is yet. It's incredibly close right now. We're going to take a look at a replay, and it's still too close to call. We're going to have to take it down one more notch. And it looks like it might be Doomsday. We're going to have to wait and see. Here we go in an extra slow-mo. And there it is. There it is, Doomsday. And MMJ Producer is the winner of the Last Chance Qualifier for World Finals 3. And look at that, by 0.06 seconds. I don't know, 6/1000, 6/100s. I don't know how any of that works. But Doomsday and MMJ Producer is your World Finals 3 Last Chance Qualifier winner. He will be moving on to the main field trucks for World Finals 3. Huge thanks to Nick Morkis and Nitro Studios for being a part of this competition. Here comes Daniel the Fireball Murray for an encore of the Last Chance Qualifier. He's donning the truck of Driftboy 912, the Arena Series Season 3 champion, coming out for a special stunt. Showing off a high jump, a huge high jump, in honor of his reigning World Finals 2 high jump championship. And he's going to go for a signature move of El Toro Loco, and he's going to get a double bullbucker by Daniel the Fireball Murray, driving the El Toro Loco, the truck that is famous for the bullbucker and made famous by Driftboy 912 and some Celebration Cyclones. Before we get on to the lineup, huge thank you to Daniel the Fireball Murray. An amazing performance, and the first ever double bullbucker this season that we've ever witnessed. But this is the lineup for the main field of trucks. We're going to fly through it quick because qualifying is next for World Finals 3. So be sure to stay tuned. It will be up soon, and we're going to see who's going to have the advantage going into racing. A huge shout out to my patrons, April Summers, Detail, Julian Peacock. Thank you guys so much, and to everybody watching, thank you guys for everything, and we'll see you in qualifying.